Hey guys, welcome back to VL Infotech. Today is day 6 of our W3 Schools Python series. In this video, we will see the concept of variable names. So let's get started. Open your Google and type W3 Schools Python. Enter and click on Python tutorial W3 Schools. Now you will get this page. In that we have already seen Python intro, Python installation, Python syntax, Python comments and Python variables. Now in Python variables, we are seeing the concept of Python variable names. Now we will see all these concepts one by one. In previous videos, we already seen Python intro, how to install Python, and what are the syntax, comments we already seen. Now we are seeing variables concept. In that we have Python variables, variable names, assign multiple values, output variables, global variables, and some exercises regarding variables. Now we will see one by one. We already seen Python variables. If you didn't see that video, I will provide that video link in the I button. So please check it out. Now we are dealing with Python variables concept. So let's get started. Python variables. What are variables used for? Variables are used to store data. So we need to give name for that variable. So we have some rules to give while we are giving the variable name. What are that? A variable can have a short name, like we can give x and y, x equal to 5, y equal to John. We can give like that also. And we can also name the variable with descriptive name like age, car name, total underscore volume. We can give in that format also. We have few rules for naming the variables in Python. What are that? We will see one by one. First one, a variable name must start with a letter or a underscore character. And second one, a variable name cannot start with a number. And third one, a variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Like this, A to Z alphabet and 0 to 9 and underscore. No additional specific characters, only underscore is allowed and alphanumeric characters only allowed. Variable names are case sensitive. Here, for example, age, small letters, capital H, this age, you can see here, age, age, age. In the meaning wise, they are same, but variables are case sensitive. So this age is different, this age is different, this age is different. These three are different. So these are the rules to follow while naming the variables. I hope everyone clear with that, and we will see these examples later. This is the correct way to give variables, and this is the illegal variable names. We will see practically. And coming to multi-words variable names. Variable names with more than one word can be difficult to read. There are several techniques you can use to make them more readable. For example, we have like this: camel case, Pascal case, snake case. We have three techniques. For example, we have my variable name. This variable name contains more characters, more words. Then we need to follow these techniques to make them readable. First one, we will see camel case. Each word except the first starts with a capital letter. For example, my variable name, here except first one, second, this is the second word variable, and this is the name is the third word. Except first word, everything else is capital letter. See here, my is the first word, but we are giving small case, and later variable is the second word, but we are giving the first value of that word is V, so we are giving capital letter. And third word is name. See, we are giving name. N is the capital in that. Like we can use to make it readable. This is the first approach. And second approach is Pascal case. Each word starts with a capital letter. For example, my variable name. Here, in this variable name, we have three words. My variable name. See, my, in the word my, first letter of the my is M. So, M is capital letter, and in the second word V is the first letter, so V is capital, and in the third word N is the starting letter, so N is capital letter. In this way we can make it readable. This is the second approach. And the last one, the least, snake case approach. Each word is separated by an underscore character. My underscore variable underscore name. By using this approach or technique, we can make the variable readable. We need to follow these three approaches if we want to make the variable readable when we are using more than one word. Now we will see these examples practically. Click on try it yourself. See, we have given my variable all small letters, and this is the variable name with underscore. Underscore we can write at the starting of the variable name, and my var 2, like this we can give. Click on run, and we are printing the output. Now we will see what will the output. See, we are getting John. For example, we will change this. Yeah, we have assigning different values. Now we will see what is the output. See, we are getting the output as like this. What I am going to say is, we can give variable names like this. This is legal format. Now we will see illegal format. Scroll down, and this is the illegal format. We will see that. Click on try it yourself. See, we are getting error, syntax error, invalid syntax, like this. Already we have seen rules for creating variable names. In that, a variable name cannot be start with a number. A variable name must start with a letter or a underscore character. These are the rules we need to follow. See, here variable name starts with number. This is illegal. And we can use underscore only. Here we are using hyphen. This is also illegal. These are the illegal formats for creating variable names. We need to follow these set of instructions while creating variable names. And also we have seen few techniques to make the variable names readable if we are using more than one word in the variable names, like camel case, Pascal case, snake case. These techniques we need to use. I hope everyone clear with these concepts. If you have any questions, please comment down below. That's it for today's video. In the next video, we will see assign multiple values. How to assign multiple values to a variables in Python. We will see in the next tutorial. That's it for today's video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also click on the bell icon so that you will never miss an update. I will see you in the next video. Until then, keep coding, keep learning.